Melodic heavy metal is often looked through the eyes of nostalgia. A lot of new melodic heavy metal bands don't pop up as often as old melodic heavy metal bands resurrect. Melodic heavy metal does not try to do anything new and continues to do things that were done decades ago. At the Gates album's Slaughter of the Soul, which is my personal favorite album, is definitely seen as one of the best melodic death metal albums of all time. That album was the one that rose At the Gates to the top of the melodic heavy metal juggernauts that we know today. With that in mind, how is the new album To Drink from the Night itself compared to and on its own as an album? The first actual song on the album is the self-titled To Drink from the Night itself. The song is not filled with new guitar structure and opt for an aggressive and upbeat guitar riffs of the past. This album in general has thrilling energetic riffs that hooked me in, but they use the same riffs over and over again, recycling them to hell with the same tremolo and sweep picking. All in all, the album sounds like At the Gates with the sound that they mastered. Production and performance may be divided by fans, but I see it as a saving grace for the underwhelming guitar compositions. The production is not too squeaky polished, nor is it rough and sloppy. The members of this band are clearly talented, that's a no-brainer, but specifically Thomas Lindberg vocals get really boring and dull quite quickly, and metal-wise, almost sleep-inducing. They are not bad by any stretch, they are just bland and don't live up to what Lindberg is capable of. Adrian Erlandsen's drumming is pretty good with some nice drum rolls thrown in from time to time, but sometimes the drumming does feel stale. You can definitely hear the use of two guitars from the guitarist at times, which is a nice touch. Some songs on this album could have worked in previous albums with their writing style. Listening to this album several times already, I enjoy how fascinating and impressive the experience of this is. However, I feel like it is the weakest album in the catalog. The album gets repetitive, but not to the point where after a while you can distinguish the songs. Listening to the album, I envisioned a strong, grim, melancholic atmosphere. The band doesn't improve. It feels like something I've already heard before. Obviously, I cannot speak for everyone, but longtime fans will enjoy playing this album and casually enjoying it. It is different than their last album, At War with Reality, which is sort of a black sheep in their discography. This album is best described as leftovers of the first four albums, mainly Terminal Spirit Disease, that didn't make the cut with a hint of experimentation. It is a nice album with enjoyable melodies and well-executed production, but not up to par to anything At the Gates has put out before. Two songs I recommend you listen to on this album are my favorites, Daggers of the Black Grays and In Death They Shall Burn. With all this being said, I'm giving this album a 7.5 out of 10, being an enjoyable album, not fantastic, but certainly far from bad. But please, if you came this far in the video, please share your opinion down below, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Also, be sure to leave a comment what other kind of videos you would like to see. Alright, later.